The four Western journalists stuck in Baba Amr for a week have finally managed to cross into the Lebanese borders as the evacuation of the injured French journalist Edith Bouvier and the French photographer William Daniel took place on Thursday night. The Lebanese Beqaa border seems to offer a safe escape for the trapped journalist in the besieged Syrian city of Homs. Upon her arrival in Lebanon, Bouvier was treated at Beirut's Hotel Dieu hospital before her departure to Paris.
S'agissant de leur retour, je comprends que c'est un retour qui était
The return was quite long. I understood that the journey extended for days due to the security constraints on their way back and due to the health situation of Edith Bouvier.
The activist network, the local coordination committees, claimed that Bouvier abstained from negotiating her escape with the Syrian officials because she refused to hand in her tapes and notes before leaving Homs.
The journalists were targeted. That was not a mistake by the regime. When journalists were injured, they were taken to a shift hospital. We know for a fact that the shift hospital also was being targeted. We know that when those amazing activists, Syrian activists, were trying to save the journalists and bring them out because they have witnessed and lived very much what the people in Baba Amr have been living for a very long time.
Bouvier was wounded along with British photographer Paul Conroy last week during a government rocket attack on a media center where the American journalist Marie Colvin and the French photographer Rémi Ochlik were killed. The Spanish reporter Javier Espinoza, one of the four trapped Western journalists, has crossed into Lebanon on Wednesday following Tuesday's rescue of wounded British photographer Paul Conroy. For the latter, the journey wasn't a smooth one either.
تم التوشيح بفضل من رب العالمين وبمساعدة أو بجهود شباب.
The rescue operation succeeded due to God and the efforts of the Free Syrian Army. During the 3-hour operation of getting the British journalists out of Homs, shells and rockets were falling on them.
The journey into Lebanon is long and dangerous. Along with those Western trapped journalists, 5 other reporters have fled Homs in the past 2 days, according to Free Syrian Army sources. They were required to take a longer route in order to avoid continuous attacks and gunfire from the Syrian army. Despite the fact that the UN Human Rights Council meeting in Geneva has called for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire, Syria continues to show negative responsiveness to international requests as it denied entry for UN humanitarian chief Valerie Amos. Jilan Fatayri, AlArabiya, Beirut.